So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA, back with another dope piece of content. You know, when you take your time to assess the reason that so many men right now in the entertainment industry are being called to question as far as their character goes, as far as their willingness to take advantage of their positions of power and authority and financial well-to-do-ness, for lack of a better way to put it, you must understand that it's not so far-fetched that a man who didn't have access to women before he got money will go a little bit overboard when he gets access to women because he has money. See, there's two different kind of men in this world when it comes to relationships and dating. There's men who have always been attractive to women, and now they just enhance that attraction with fame and notoriety and, a different level of financial existence or financial freedom. And there's men who were absolutely invisible to women. And now they're still invisible to women, but their money and their fame isn't. And so there's a bit of bitterness that comes with a man who never was able to have positive interactions with women before he got money. And sometimes it's not just that these men weren't liked by women. Some men were liked by women and they still didn't have positive outcomes to their interactions and relationships. And so there's a bit of bitterness. The same way we like to say that a woman is bitter when she goes into these relationships and has these terrible outcomes or these negative outcomes or just failures. We like to say she's bitter. Well, men are bitter the same way when they have these different experiences. And that's why we call certain men incels, and, they have these names. And, first it was men going their own way. I don't need no woman. I'm going monk forever in life. And now we've gotten to this point. But I will say this, the Alphabet Boys have rolled up on Diddy. And I'm going to be honest with you. The Alphabet Boys are not coming until they got you. The Homeland Security, FBI, CIA, they're not coming until they know they've got you. DEA, they're not coming until they know they've got you. And now with what's going on with Diddy, I'm just going to be honest with you. There's no way that we as black men should be willing to sit and listen to all of the things that have been thrown against a man. Because here's the thing, man. Yes, one person can accuse you of something. Another person can pop up. When it gets to the point where there are both men and women accusing you of something, I'm not going to say all of it is true, but there's probably some truth to it. And that's just the way it is, man. That's the way it's always been. Unless you were raised in an environment where you've been sitting behind a computer your whole life and you ain't been outside, then you don't understand that. But I say this, it's time for us as black men to stop supporting foolishness. If a man has done these things, we have to absolve ourselves from his full support and trying to uphold him and uplift him, because if these things are true, if these types of allegations are true, man, they are foul. They don't represent what a black man should want to represent. It's like y'all don't care what a man represents as long as he tells you what you want to hear or he's getting you payback for the bad experiences you had. You know what kind of man you have to be to have the mindset that, well, that's what those men you get. That's what they get. They probably was, selling themselves and doing all of that. Joe Budden said the same thing, man. Man, let me tell you something, man. Joe Budden is a sucker. He's always been a sucker and nobody respects him. Like, that's just how it is, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. In reality, some of the things that guys say just to get clicks and views are starting to be sickening. Because when a man says that there's a reason to support Diddy, man, let me tell you something, bro, and it's real talk. If you my partner and these type of allegations come out about you, I know for a fact if they're true or not. So if Diddy was my partner, I would know if they were true or not, and you'd be able to tell by me distancing myself from you. Let me tell you something, brothers. I don't care how long I've known you. If you get caught up in some shit, especially something like this, man, I don't gotta be loyal to no sucker. I ain't gotta be loyal to no foul dude. Now, I see, you're not loyal to people. You're loyal to principle. And for me, I'm loyal to principle. And so once I see that you spent all of these years not living, holding up that principle or adhering to that principle, hey man, you weren't even who I thought you were. So for me to support you through this is crazy, bro. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even think about doing it, because the bottom line is you got to take into consideration that if all of these things are true, then man, these are people's daughters. If you have a daughter, comment in the comments if you think it would be okay for this to be done to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? These are children's mothers. If your mother's still alive right now, I want you to comment in the comments if you'd be okay with this happening to your mother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these are people just like everyone else. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Everyone has a price. Everyone has a price. So to fault someone for going along initially when their price is met, then you're saying that, you have a problem with someone being human. You have a price. If you have something for sale right now, it could be very dear to your heart, but you have a price for it. It's probably so high that nobody's gonna ever pay it. But if that one person rode up on you with that price for that car is gonna move. That's just the way it is, man. That's how we function as human beings. It's just all about you having a standard and having a price high enough. And when it comes to these types of things, man, listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. We have to stop acting like, as a man, you can't have power and influence over a woman. I know a lot of y'all don't think you can. A lot of y'all sit around here, man, talking about, she too strong for me, and she won't do what I tell her, and she wear the pants in the house, and it's a 50-50 relationship. I know a bunch of y'all live by that and believe that, and some of y'all believe it and don't even live by it. But what I'm telling you, as a man with money, power, fame, notoriety, and connections, you can influence a young woman who doesn't have those things easily. You can sell her a dream. You understand? If you're a music mogul, you can sell a woman a dream of a recording contract. You can sign her. Man, Diddy had that girl Cassie signed forever. She was signed forever. You know what I'm saying? I think she was signed for like 10 albums or something, man. And when do you think she was gonna put 10 albums out? But to her, she's like, man, okay, cool. Ain't nobody else offering me no deals. You get a deal, then you get to sleep with the boss and kick it with the boss too. But eventually, it turns into something else. See, here's the thing that happens. With most of us men, when we get bored with a woman, we just break it off. We just end the relationship. You know what I mean? Now, if it's your wife, you can't just end the relationship. Y'all gotta work together to make sure it don't ever get like that. But if it's just somebody, man, you just kicking it with your side chick, your girlfriend, or your plaything, or whatever it is, when you get bored, you end the relationship. And sometimes in the industry, you got these dudes that's lovey-dovey and fall for everyone they fall in love with. Y'all gotta remember, man, we like to say a lot of time that industry guys are different from regular guys. No, they not. They just got more paper. Y'all sucker be talking about, well, the same thing don't apply to celebrities. Man, y'all crazy. Celebrities are just regular people with money. You see, we can't simultaneously say that money doesn't change you. It just makes you more of who you are. It brings out who you are more. And then turn around and say, well, celebrities are different. No, they're not. The celebrity that was a sucker, now he just a sucker with money. The celebrity that was a trick with no money, now he a super trick when he got money. The celebrity who was a weirdo before he got money, he's just a super weirdo now. They're not different people. And the sooner y'all accept that, then the sooner y'all will understand that y'all got to play by the same rules. Stop thinking like a peasant. Stop thinking like a peon. Well, they're above me. Their life is different from mine. The same rules apply. If you got something to lose in divorce, you're going to lose it as a man. That's just the way it is. You're going to pay a stiff child support and you're going to pay alimony and all that, but you're not going to win in divorce. It's the same way, bruh. It's just most of you ain't got nothing. And I'm not knocking you saying you ain't got nothing. I'm saying you don't have anything where a woman would be trying to take half of it. But the moment you get somewhere a woman trying to take half of it, man, then those rules, those financial rules apply to you. But the everyday living rules, man, they apply to all of us, man. Like, you got to have some integrity, man. You got to stand on some principle, man. And you can't open your mouth supporting things that don't stand on principle, supporting people who don't stand on principle, people who have no integrity, people who have absolutely no moral fiber at all, man. Let me tell you something. Don't judge people's goodness or righteousness or their ability to lead you to the promised land because they have money. Because whoever it is, they ain't got more money than Diddy. And look what's going on with Diddy. They ain't got more money than Kells. Look what happened to Kells. They ain't got more money than Cosby. Look what happened to Cosby. They ain't got more money than Bishop Eddie Long. Look what happened to Bishop Eddie Long. They ain't got more money than these rappers. Look what happened to these rappers. Look how they ended up in the grave or a cave, man. Let me tell y'all something, bruh. Stop being a sucker who wants to believe that life is going to be easy. And since life isn't easy for you like you thought it should be, you're going to focus on all the negative energy that you can take in and supporting it out loudly. And so as we watch what unfolds with Diddy, while his sons are being picked up and he's trying to flee the country, think about what's happening. You don't need to flee the country if they ain't got you hemmed up on something. And for all y'all suckers that keep telling me, man, they just attacked me. It's a smear campaign. It's a smear campaign. Nah, bruh. It ain't a smear campaign at all. They're just a thing that the hood lives by that translates into other levels of life for black folks where you don't snitch. But when that one person come out and tell the truth, everybody you offended is now looking at it saying, well, it's out there now. I didn't snitch. You got to carry yourself a certain way when you got paper. Because if you don't, no amount of paper is going to protect you when the hammer comes down on you, bruh. You ain't got enough money to protect you. Both Microsoft and Facebook have been brought under antitrust laws. Apple has been brought under antitrust law. These are major mega corporations, but they're still not above the law. And so I would implore everyone who was around during these times, man, if you know about all this, man, don't be sitting back with your mouth closed like a sucker. If you a man and you know that this man has done things to dudes and girls and all of that, man, why you sitting back? You the real sucker. Anybody who knows anything about this is just sitting back with their mouth closed, man, you're a lame. You understand? You're a real live sucker. And whatever Diddy did, you deserve some of it. Why? Because you're not part of the solution. You're part of the problem. And all of these accusations and lawsuits that are coming out against these guys who you can look at and tell they couldn't get no women when they didn't have no money. If you're supporting them, you are part of the problem. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. Subscribe for more videos. Peace.